Let's move on. A team from the National Minority Commission will visit riot-torn Kandhamal district of Orissa today, where night curfew continues. This after a week of violence gripped the district when violence broke out between Hindus and Christians. But the web of violence is not that simple. NDTV tries to find out why Kandhamal burnt.
The remains of the day of violence, 24th December, when this pandal set up to hold Christmas celebrations in Brahmanigaon was attacked. The provocation was nothing more than this pandal encroaching the main road of the town, and that was enough to start an ugly argument which ended in the Hindus attacking the pandal and injuring two Christians. After that, news that the prominent VHP leader Swami Laxmanananda Saraswati had been attacked by a Christian mob at Dasingewadi. That set off a wildfire of violence across Kandhamal.
पूज्य स्वामी जी जिन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी खपा दी वनवासियों के कल्याण के लिए, उनके ऊपर जानलेवा हमला किया, ये शांति चाहते हैं? कौन शांति चाहता है?
At the same time, trouble was brewing also between the Kandha tribals and their old adversaries, the Dalit Panas. This mutual hatred had been simmering for the past 20 years, with 7 Kands and 9 Dalit Panas killed in clashes in 1994. The Kands had called a bandh on the 25th and 26th of December to protest the Dalit move to acquire scheduled tribe status. But many suspect the Kands were set up by the Sangh Paribar to add to the confusion during the attack on the Christians. But the tribal leaders themselves say it was entirely a coincidence.
हमारा मीटिंग हुआ था नवंबर 29 को। वो मीटिंग में जिले के हर जगह का हमारा कर्मी आए थे। वहाँ इंसिडेंटली वो डेट फिक्स हो गया, ऐसे इंसिडेंटली हो गया तो हो गया फिर।
The Kandha tribals, predominantly pro-Hindu or Hindus, account for an overwhelming 51% of the population, and nearly 70% of the Dalit Panas, who constitute 18% of the population, are Christians. That partly explains why the ethnic conflict here sometimes also assumes religious overtones. When a Dalit becomes a Christian, he loses all his claims over the privileges and concessions available to the scheduled castes. But if a tribal becomes a Christian, he retains all the privileges available to the scheduled tribe. And it is this which is at the root of all conflicts, whether it is social or religious. Christian organizations have been pushing for reservation benefits for the Dalits, irrespective of their religious status. The Kandha tribals and the Sangha Paribar are fighting the idea. What adds to the animosity is the Sangh Parivar's allegation that Christian missionaries have used allurements and incentives to convert the mostly poor and backward population. Even the BJP, a partner in the ruling alliance in the state, feels there should be a stricter implementation of the anti-conversion law.
सरकार से भी मेरा ये कहना है, राज्य सरकार से और केंद्र सरकार से, जो ओरिजिनल मुद्दा है, जो धर्मांतरीकरण का मुद्दा है, वो ओरिजिनल प्रॉब्लम को एड्रेस करने से आगे ऐसा सिचुएशन नहीं होगा। ऐसा कानून बनाओ जिस कानून में प्रलोभन देके या धमका चमका के कन्वर्सन नहीं हो पाएगा और करने के लोग हिम्मत नहीं करेंगे। कड़ा कानून होना चाहिए।
But Christian leaders say the conversion issue has been drummed up just to hound them.
Why are Muslims killed? They don't convert. Why are Neo-Buddhists killed? They don't convert. Violence against Christians is a part of the violence against religious minorities, which is consequent to the total sense of intolerance against minority religions by a faction of political forces in India. I call them the Sangh Parivar.
Adding to the smoldering situation are election campaigns every few years that feed on and fuel the religious hate campaigns. With Sabya Sachipanigrahi, Sampad Mahapatra for NDTV.